Governments don't lose control overnight. There is no single moment, no clear announcement, no day when someone says we are no longer in charge. Control fades quietly while offices remain open, while flags still hang, while life looks remarkably normal. And that is what makes it dangerous. We grow up believing governments are permanent structures, powerful and unbreakable. But most governmental power is not force. It is coordination. Electricity that arrives on time, salaries that appear in accounts, police that respond when called. When coordination weakens, authority follows. Loss of control begins with small failures. Fuel deliveries arrive late. Public workers stop showing up. Shops implement purchase limits. Security becomes selective. Nothing dramatic yet, but systems stop synchronizing. The government still exists. It just doesn't work the way it used to. Control also fades when equality disappears. Step by step, the state stops treating everyone the same. Public services begin to choose who they help. Not everyone is treated equally anymore. Some people receive special treatment. Others are ignored. The army, police, and security forces start to think for themselves. They no longer follow orders without question. They choose who to protect and who to stop. People are no longer seen as equal citizens. Some are seen as friends. Others are seen as threats. At that moment, public service is no longer neutral. It becomes political. And when the state chooses sides, it is already losing control. Laws don't disappear. They become optional. Police cars remain visible, but response times lengthen. Courts stay open, but backlogs extend from months to years. Regulations remain, but enforcement collapses. Authority survives on paper, while reality moves on without it. And people notice. They observe what goes unpunished, test boundaries cautiously, discover that rules they feared no longer carry consequences. When central control weakens, power doesn't vanish, it relocates. Neighborhood groups form. Local leaders emerge. Protection becomes informal. Sometimes this looks like solidarity. Sometimes it looks like intimidation. Either way, the center is no longer in charge. The street is. The economy is always the first casualty. Money still exists, but trust in it fades. ATMs stop working. Banks limit withdrawals. Salaries arrive late or not at all. People stop asking, how much does it cost? And start asking, do you have it? Trade becomes local. Value becomes practical. Personal networks become economic infrastructure. Most people don't panic. They adapt with remarkable speed. They learn new rules quickly, change who they trust, redefine what normal means. Morality becomes situational. Loyalty becomes local. Survival reshapes behavior faster than ideology ever could. Actions that would have been unthinkable under stable conditions become acceptable, even necessary. As governmental control fades, information becomes fragmented. Official announcements continue, but their relationship to reality grows tenuous. Government statements describe a situation citizens no longer recognize. People stop trusting official sources and turn instead to local knowledge, direct observation, networks they know personally. Rumor becomes more reliable than news because rumor comes from people experiencing conditions on the ground. There usually comes a moment when collapse becomes undeniable. A failed currency reform, mass exodus of workers, a security crisis revealing the state's inability to maintain order. But by the time governmental loss of control becomes officially acknowledged, it has usually been in progress for months or years. Collapse is not an event. It is a process visible long before it becomes undeniable. This pattern has repeated throughout history with remarkable consistency. Weimar Germany in the 1920s, the Soviet Union in the 1980s, Argentina in 2001, Venezuela in the 2010s. The specific triggers vary. The underlying pattern remains constant. Governments maintain appearance of control long after losing substance. Authority fragments to local levels. Economic complexity decreases. Trust evaporates. And in every case, warning signs appear months or years before the situation becomes acute. Small failures in coordination, delays in basic services, growing gaps between official statements and observed reality. These signs are visible to anyone observing carefully, but often dismissed as temporary problems rather than symptoms of systemic breakdown. Preparation is not paranoia. It is awareness. It is recognizing that governmental authority is not permanent, not guaranteed, not immune to erosion. It means observing actual functioning of systems rather than official descriptions. It means noticing when coordination weakens, when services become unreliable, when enforcement becomes selective. It means building local networks, maintaining practical skills, avoiding excessive dependence on systems that might not remain stable. Because when control fades, it doesn't ask if you're ready. It doesn't provide advance warning through official channels. It happens gradually and then suddenly, while life continues looking normal right up until everyone simultaneously realizes it isn't anymore. The governments we assume will last forever are temporary arrangements persisting only while they maintain effective coordination. Understanding this process is not pessimism, it is realism. And it might be the most important knowledge you never use.